Hi, I'm Brian Tranny, Category Manager for Trainers here at Saris in Madison, Wisconsin. Today we're going to go through unboxing and assembling the Saris M2. So the first step is obviously going to be getting everything out of the box. Set the top aside for recycling later. On the inside you'll find this box, which houses the M2's resistance unit and some of the hardware. And then we have the trainer frame. We'll be able to set this aside. On the inside of this box, we'll get the hardware out. So here's our power supply. This is the resistance unit, which we'll be installing shortly. We have our clutch knob and hardware. And then finally, we have a quick release skewer and the bolt action, which we'll be assembling in there. Inside of this package is your registration information as well as a card for a 1-month trial of the Ruvi training software. Ruvi's a great piece of software to train with, and with the M2 you'll have connectivity right away. So if you have a tablet or smartphone, you'll be able to pair Bluetooth. You may need an extra accessory if you want to pair ANT Plus to a PC. The Ruvi software is also available on Apple TVs if you have that in your home. So next up, we'll start assembling. First up, you'll need the L-bolt into the frame. Once the L-bolt is in, then you can thread it through the hole on the resistance unit. The resistance unit fits snugly between those two ears on the back of the trainer frame. You'll push in the carriage bolt from the drive side and then drop in a rectangular nut on the non-drive side. And that nut will stay in place because it's being held in by the resistance unit, and there's an arrow pointing which direction you want to insert it so the hole lines up with that carriage bolt. Tighten up the carriage bolt. You'll need a tool to do that to make sure it's nice and snug, but not so snug that the resistance unit doesn't move. The movement of the resistance unit is controlled by the clutch knob, which you can thread on at this point. Here we can see where the power supply will be plugging into the resistance unit once you're up and running. The bolt action tube goes into the top of the trainer hardware with the spring facing the bike. So the hole on the outside, the spring on the inside, and then tighten in the bolt action handle, and you'll be able to unfold the legs and put your bike onto the M2.